Welcome to Nimble Ness. We're all about being frugal and finding ways to save money. Kids grow out of things so fast, and I was trying to make my dollar stretch with this one. My daughter loves playing in water, so I looked into purchasing a kitchen set for her, but there were several issues. One, the price. Two, the kitchens didn't have running water. So I thought, let me build my own out of cardboard. You see my daughter playing in the kitchen above. She absolutely loved it. Her kitchen was built about 8 months ago and it is still standing. I only spent about $50 on materials and spent about 3 days on the project. It's sturdy, inexpensive, and creative. I loved it so much, I wanted to share with you how to save money by doing it yourself. So, here are some of the ingredients. The supplies are to the left and the tools are to the right. So, the supplies you'll need include at least 3 large cardboard block boxes, 1 spare cardboard box, contact paper, 1 Ziploc bag, plastic wrap, a raised shelf, clear packing tape, magnetic strips, metal baking rack, cooking trays, cooking utensils, pots and pans, battery operated string lights, wooden knobs, a sink or a bowl, timer or a clock, black construction paper. And for the tools, you're going to need a scissor, X-Acto knife or box cutter, a hot glue gun, and a black permanent marker. So for the steps, these are the basic steps I follow when building the kitchen, and you can choose to what order you want to do them in, but in general, this is what I did. So first, line out your prep space and tape your boxes. You can choose to do a layout that's 1 or 5 boxes and arrange it in many different ways. I mean, the possibilities are endless, but for me, I chose to have a simple horizontal layout with 3 boxes, and I taped them together. Number 2, cut a rectangle space for the oven and timer above the oven. So I used an X-Acto knife to do this, and the rectangle cutout for the oven will be covered by plastic wrap, and the space for the timer will need to sit on a ledge. So don't cut out the cardboard piece completely. The timer will sit on that piece, if that makes sense. Number 3, create your stovetop. I used the tape dispenser to outline a circle, and I glued black construction paper on it and drew squiggles for the oven's top. I taped everything together and secured the circles onto the oven with tape. I also put a metal baking rack on top to add an element of realism. And number 4, apply your backsplash to the box behind the stove and the oven. Number 5, create a space for the sink or bowl, and I used the X-Acto knife to do this. For number 6, use hot glue gun or tape to secure shelves. And number 7, add your finishing touches. So this includes putting on the contact paper and putting in your pots and pans, adding a drawer, and things like that, which you'll see in the following pictures. Now, inside the Ziploc bag, I actually stored the string lights because I knew that I would be having real running water in the kitchen, and I didn't want any issues with that. So I would also recommend at least 3 rolls of contact paper because I did run out when I only used 2. So let's see the steps in action. So here is just my first step 1, my basics. I put on my backsplash, secured my shelves, and I was still working out the door for the oven, but I actually ended up using a magnetic strip, 2 magnetic strips to close and secure the oven. And I also used some hinges as well, which help the door to open and close, and they're plastic hinges. So here I put on the contact paper. I'm in my final steps of making everything look pretty and adding my finishing touches. Here I'm almost done, but I decided to take a break and then get back to it with adding the lights and adding just those little minor touches. So I made significant progress, thought to take a mess. My apartment was a wreck, but I continued on. And here was my final product. It was this beautifully decorated kitchen that has opening doors and a workable oven with lights and a clock, a timer, and also a kitchen with running water and a pull-out drawer. So had a lot of fun with it. My daughter really loves it. Here's her playing with it, reaching into the oven and washing off her dishes. She was so excited to play in it and absolutely adored it. And still to this day, she plays in it and makes spaghetti and noodles. So it's a lot of fun. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel.